Well, hello, my little ghouls and goblins. It's Jas, and you're listening to Giving Up the Ghost podcast. Thank you for coming back for this week's special Halloween episode. This week's episode is a continuation from our guest from last week, Austin. This week's episode is Nightmare Fuel, House from Hell in Wolseley. We hope you enjoy it as much as we did. It's terrifying. Terrifying, I tell you. That is the disclaimer this week. In fact, it's the most scariest interview we've had since we've been doing this podcast. So sit down, turn off the lights, pour yourself a stiff drink, and listen to the terrifying story of Austin's own personal ordeal. Again, it's Halloween week. Happy Halloween. Stay spooky.
Actually don't remember the address.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember the neighborhood? Do you remember which end of town?
It's in the Wolseley area.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Older houses, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's very weird, but it was a house, and I remember the house, and I remember this house, oh man, too well. The older the house, the creepier it gets, they say, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Of
Yeah.
course.
It has more energy to be built up.
Yep.
And I remember this house was vacant for 20 years, right? It was just condemned.
That's odd.
They condemned it for some reason, and someone bought it, right? A landlord.
Okay.
And he wanted to sell it. He wanted to fix it up and then sell it to another property agency,
Okay.
and then they can sell it to tenants.
Right.
So they called our company to snake every line, right?
Mhm.
Just to make sure everything in that house is old, make sure everything's good. And I was the first one to go there, and it was about I was working a night shift, so I didn't get there until probably around 2 in the morning, or between 2 and 4 in the morning.
Okay.
It was a late night, and it wasn't 3. I find 3 in the morning. I don't find anything crazy happens then.
Yeah.
The witching
I don't want
hour.
to be around for something crazy to happen at that time.
No
Yeah.
So
kidding.
I try not to be.
Right.
Yeah.
But this house, I swear, it was from hell.
Oh. That doesn't sound good.
This house was the most terrifying experience. I had nightmares probably a year.
Oh, my God.
When I first started, this happened. So I've had to bring in a big machine. I brought it down. So I started with the main line. That's the main pipe that goes from your house to the street.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
main line took me for a ringer, and I was halfway done it, and the lights kick out, right? You ghost earth, right?
Oh,
Kind
Kind
jeez.
of creepy. Okay. I'm a plumber, right? I might have hit a breaker. It's a common thing, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I go to the breaker. All the breakers are turned off. I'm like, okay, that's odd. Maybe I tripped them.
Right, right.
Right? Running a grounded machine to the main line.
Yeah.
I put them back on, and all the basement lights die out. Right
Ooh.
then, right there. They go really bright. And
Oh, my God.
so I pulled out my flashlight and turned it on.
Oh,
My flashlight and immediately died.
oh no.
Very odd to me.
I
Right?
just got
Before
chills
I
on
had
that
any
one.
experiences.
Oh.
And then I got this really, really sad feeling.
Oh,
Like I was not supposed to be there,
right.
and I
right.
needed to leave.
Fuck now.
So I immediately, I booked it, right? I've
Yeah.
never had that feeling in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
So I booked it up the stairs, these really tight stairs, right? Wolseley area is really tight stairs.
Sure.
So I booked it up the stairs, left all my tools, and I left my flashlight, right? My flashlight was dead, so there's no point.
Yeah.
Right.
I ran out of the house, and the door wouldn't open.
No,
It
don't
was
tell me
very
that.
weird.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me that.
Luckily, the lights were working. There was one light bulb that was still working, and it was right by the door.
Yeah. Showing you the way out.
I didn't hear anything coming from the basement. I didn't hear any sound.
Okay.
The door just wouldn't open, right?
Yeah.
And so I literally grabbed that thing and I pulled with all my might and it opened. I booked it outside, and I basically ran to my van, and the feeling instantly went away as soon as I left that house.
Wow.
Jeez.
Right? But what the problem is with this job
Yeah.
is we don't leave until the problem's fixed.
Yeah. So you got to go back.
So it's kind of like I have to go back in there and I have to fix the problem.
Right. Yeah.
And at this time, it was probably around 2:45 in the morning.
Oh no.
I'm looking at the clock, and the time went so slow looking at it.
Yeah.
And this was a two-story house, right?
Yeah.
And there was no blinds, anything. And I look up, and this light turns on from the second story. Right?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
That's very odd, right?
Yeah.
And then all the lights turned on in the house. Right? It was about a minute of that light being on, and then rest turned on.
Whoa.
And so I kind of sat in my van for 20 minutes, and I caught my breath.
Yeah.
Right? I was
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe it was just a power outage, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm just gonna
lightning
sit
struck
here.
somewhere and it
Yeah.
broke the light bulbs, right?
Sure,
The old condenser lights. Okay, right? I kind of just settled myself at my nerves, because at that time I was freaking out, like literally freaking out.
Oh yeah.
And so I went back in there. I was very cautious at first, right? I left the door open, everything. I went back downstairs with a new flashlight. I had a headlamp on. I had a Milwaukee packet light. This is a very big light, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shines in 360 degrees. It's like a crazy lantern,
Industrial.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it uses drill batteries. So, and I brought 5 drill batteries in. Right? I was like, I'm not playing any games, right? I'm kind of scared, right? So I put that down, and I had the 5 batteries. And these batteries can power that light for about 3 hours each, right? So I thought that I covered myself.
Right.
And as soon as I went downstairs, I started running it again, and immediately lights went back out.
Oof.
Shit.
Which was odd, right? I put a new light bulb in right above me, and I put that light down just in case. And so when I put that new light bulb in, I started running it. It burnt out again. But that light stayed on, right? My headlamp was still on, and that main light still stayed on.
Okay.
And I kind of was like, okay, maybe it's just a power thing, or old houses, old wiring.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I would think that too.
Right?
Yeah, I would think that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I looked behind me, right? So I got that sense of I shouldn't be here again. I looked behind me, and in the corner of the room was dark. It was pitch black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pitch black, and it was like, what the hell, right? This light shining right at it,
right?
Pitch black.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Austin, you're tired. You're losing your mind, right? At that point, right? I just said, you're losing it now, right? You're just tired. You're overly tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard in the side of my ear, no, you're not.
Oh my God.
And I said,
And you're like, okay, bye bye.
No.
yeah.
So you were thinking that to yourself, and then you heard that in your ear.
And it really, really put my nerves on end, right? Hair in the back of my neck stood up, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I do have a recording of that night. When I went home, I was with some friends.
Yeah.
And then I went, let's go do some ghost stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I said, can you hear me? And it said, yes, I'll send you that recording.
Oh,
actually.
sure, yeah.
They were just trying to pull around.
Yeah.
But I swear that thing followed me home for a couple nights.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
What the hell? Why wouldn't it want you there
But
claiming?
You know,
after that story,
I wonder if you're like some kind of empath and you don't know, like it just attracts to you. I wonder if that's the case. You know?
Well, it's someone being in there, right? And I'm getting the house back up and operating. Maybe it didn't want that. Maybe it just wanted to be left alone.
Renovations.
That's what I thought after.
Yeah, and we find when we talk to people, I'm not going to say 10 or 9.
No.
8 out of 10 times whenever they have something happening in their house, it's all because they started some kind of major renovations.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of like stirs up the dust, you know?
It brings up things of the past, right?
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
swear.
they
It's like,
no one
you know, old
shit around.
stone walkways?
Yes.
I swear concrete has memory.
Limestone
It
does.
remembers what
Yeah.
happened on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Limestone does for sure.
And it
It's
projects it.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Right? Or I remember going down an old brick road, right? And it just, I swear, right? It's a weird feeling. I'm not going to say anything happened.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just gives you a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I swear it's memory, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's the memories coming to you
Yeah.
of
Same
that
house.
road.
Yeah.
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 But to this house,
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, and here's a weird thing because you're a plumber. I know you're probably not going to like this, but I've watched videos recently and I do believe this too because apparently water retains memory.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
it does.
Yes.
And water is, I swear water, because why do you think you get baptized?
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
right? It has the memory of God, and it gives it to you, right? It passes on that sacred oath.
The
almost,
intense, yeah.
you could say.
Sure. Yeah.
And water does have memory. And also, when I, like, with main lines, I don't know what it is, it's always a main line. But main lines have never been touched, right?
Okay.
It's the pipe that they originally put in with the house that goes to the city, right?
Right.
And with me sending a cable down, it turns it all up. And I swear it brings out things that really, like, it's
like
the only, like, you can renovate the whole house,
Right. Yeah.
but 9 out of 10 times that main line's the same,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can tell how old the house is by that pipe.
Yeah, like Cher said, it's like the umbilical cord to the house almost, right?
Yeah.
The main line.
Yeah.
It is. It is the umbilical cord to the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time I've tried running it, that's when things happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when things get bad. That's when things show up.
Yeah.
Right, right.
It's not touching a kitchen sink. It's not doing plumbing. It's doing main lines. I don't know what it is about them, but that's when things arise. Like that thing in that corner when it was black, it took that light, right? That's a bright light.
Yeah.
I bought the brightest light I could because when you're in a crawl space, you want to fill that whole place up, right?
Yep.
You want to be able to see everything, the 360 around you.
Everywhere.
It becomes dangerous right when it's dark.
Yeah, and especially if the place is
and
empty,
so-
if the place is empty, you know, so you don't have like shadow
Yeah.
with furnitures or anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I remember once it said, "No, you're not," it stood up, right? This thing hit the roof, right? It was huge. I would say, like, this was a tall basement, too, right? Wolseley areas sometimes have small basements and tall basements. This was a tall basement.
Yeah, yeah.
It stood right, I don't know what it was. I didn't see any horns. I'm not saying it's the devil or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it touched the roof.
Shit.
Shadow figure. Shadow figure.
Bad energy.
I don't know if you ever heard, but it said a name to me. This name, I know, and I did some research, and this really concerned me after, but it's Z-O-Z-O. I don't want to say the name.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, we won't say it, but I know which one you mean.
Yeah, and you know why I don't want to say it, right?
Yep.
It brings it up.
Right.
But it said that in my ear when it stood up. And I remember laughing at that.
Oh?
When it said it, I laughed. I don't know what it was. It was just an overcoming feeling of laughter. I don't know if I was just didn't know how to feel at the time, but I laughed.
Could be
and it went away.
Nervous
okay,
laughter,
maybe a nervous laughter.
Yeah.
Nervous laughter.
Yeah.
But it went away as soon as I laughed. I
Interesting.
don't know if it maybe is the joy it thought I had or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, and when it went away, I was like, yeah, Austin, you're losing it, right? I
No
need to go get
kidding.
an energy drink or something.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I was probably hopefully tired.
Not enough alcohol in the world.
Yeah, Red Bull. Red Bull. Where are you, Red Bull? Yeah, shit.
Whoa, that's pretty intense, man.
And it doesn't end there.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's the scary part, right? So I've
Yeah.
never told anyone this, and I've just kind of put it at the back of my mind.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Because this was, I didn't leave that house until probably about 7 in the morning.
Oof.
And this time it was probably early morning, 3 in the morning. And I finished, and I just finished the main, and I was like, perfect, it's done, right?
Right.
Now I got to do the kitchen sink and the line underfloor.
Ugh.
The line underfloor is the line that connects the upstairs house to the main line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are all major pipes, right?
Yeah.
And so I wheeled over there, and as soon as I take off the clean-out cap, which is a cap to give us access to clean the line,
Okay.
right? Same big machine, same big cutter, same turning up the pipe. So my light died
Oh,
Jeez.
frig.
immediately. As soon as I popped it open, it died.
Right.
And my headlamp stayed on, luckily, so I
Okay.
changed out the battery.
Mm-hmm.
That battery was dead too. I changed out to another battery. That one was dead too. The fourth battery worked.
Oh.
And I was like, that's very odd for 2 batteries, brand new batteries, to
It
die
is.
like that,
Yeah.
right?
Something's draining it. Mm-hmm.
Something's sucking the
Do,
energy
do,
out of you.
do ghosts steal battery life or something?
Yeah. Apparently they
Sucking
make things go dead. Yeah. They just kind of suck the energy. They're attracted to the energy, right? They're looking for a forum, like energy, like
Yeah.
porous energy, like water, like running water, like limestone, railway tracks, even highways, right? Because it's the constant motion, right? It's just like it's an attraction. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just like the batteries.
And And with that being said, our big machine has a big spinning drum on it, and it's a big cable with a big cutter on it, right? That scrapes the inside of the pipe.
Right.
And I wonder if that has a lot to do with the activity I'm getting when I run that big machine.
Yeah.
Making noise.
Because it's so much movement, so much energy happening at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could just
Right?
be
With
making
the
noise
water
and
flow,
disturbing
because I
the
actually
shit
have
out
to run
of
water
everyone,
when I'm
too.
using it
Mm-hmm.
because it helps clean the pipe, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like everything perfect right for it, you
Mm-hmm.
could say.
The right setting.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that's how I feel, right? Just kind of you saying the
Yeah.
constant movements of it, everything.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Energy is
And so with
energy.
that being said,
Energy is energy. It doesn't die. It just keeps moving. You know.
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, right? Water always flows.
That's right.
And so in that house, right, I finished my underfloor, my batteries died, nothing else happened. Right? I came out of the basement. I remind you, lights were still not working at this time.
Okay.
And so I bring out this big machine up the stairs, and this last step I had, my foot went right through that step,
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
which was concerning to me, right? Because then I thought, oh, maybe it's unsafe for me to be having this big machine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I brought it back down, I took it apart, and I brought it back outside, right, with it being lighter.
Okay.
Instead of the whole machine being all in one.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it was, but that second step, too, bringing up the heavier part of that machine, it broke under my weight, too.
Didn't want you
Which
to
was
leave.
weird because I was able to bring the machine down the stairs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
but bringing it up had a problem.
Yeah.
That's very odd.
Yeah. Like leave.
It's almost like it didn't want me to leave down there.
That's
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
wonder if
saying.
it was because all the energy I was making. Maybe it
Yeah.
likes that, right? It was able to suck that energy out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like you're bringing it back to life, like you're awakening something.
Maybe, right?
Yeah.
And this main line with old houses,
Mm-hmm.
they go very, very, very deep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
far,
This
too.
main line went about 50 feet deep.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Shit.
It was actually a straight pipe. So when you take off the cap, it went straight down, and then it curves off into a straight line, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it goes to the city line. And the city line there is all stone. They actually laid it under stone,
Oh cool.
Interesting.
brick by brick.
Probably
Right? So
limestone.
it's old,
For fuck's sakes.
old, everything's old.
Yeah.
Wonder if that has something, right? Me going
Yeah.
that deep into the earth.
Yeah.
Cher said probably
Right?
limestone because, that was accessible back in the day, right?
Easiest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so once I got the machine out, I go and grab my smaller drill. It's about the size of a drill, has 50 feet of cable on it, meant for kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, tubs, and stuff like that, right? Kind
Right.
of does everything.
Mm-hmm.
I run the bathroom sink, nothing happens, right? The lights work perfect, right? I was like, okay, perfect, we're golden, right?
Yeah.
That was passed. I run the tub, perfect, gold. Running the kitchen sink, on the other hand, was not fun. That was near the stairs, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
downstairs
Right.
stairs. And at this time, I closed the door, right? Because I was kind of still terrified, right?
Yeah.
It was like, I can't just play that off.
You're a brave
had the
man.
door closed.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
And I started running the kitchen sink, and this is the closest line to that big line that connects the upstairs to the downstairs.
Okay.
And so as soon as my cable went about 5 feet, and I put it about going in that big line to go down to the downstairs,
Right.
that big door, right, the basement door, actually opened.
Oh, shit.
Super slowly, creaky, of course, right? It's very
Yeah.
typical creaky door, right? Old
Yeah.
house, creak, all the way open. I'm like, okay, right, this house must be old. Airflow, right? That was, right, the door didn't
Mhm.
latch. So
Mhm.
I played it off.
Right.
I kept on going, and as soon as I kept on going, I heard creaking up the stairs.
Oh.
1 creak, 2 creak. Like it's like a
Ew.
thud, but creaks, right? So it's
Right.
a slow thud. Coming up, getting closer to me.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, my hair's standing on end. I got that weird feeling again, right? I shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I should not be. And
Would have been gone.
I just played it out, right? I was like, okay, I just
Yeah.
want to get this done now, right? I'm getting mad. I was getting mad at this point.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just wanted to get it done and get it out, right? So it was
Yeah.
the last train I had to do.
Right, right.
And I've done everything else. Of course, it was the last one, right? It had to go for the hook,
Mm-hmm.
and it definitely went for the hook.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as it got to the top of the stair, that black mass pulled up, like just popped right out of nowhere, right there.
Oh.
And I was making direct eye contact with it.
Oh my God.
Right, I made direct eye contact with it, and it said, "Come back," in my ear.
Come back downstairs.
But it had a
It wanted you back.
different voice though, and it was the first time it was a very guttural, deep, very authoritative, like Z-O-Z-O,
Okay.
and no, you're not, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, okay. But the second time, it was a very female, feminine voice.
Oh.
Oh.
Like it's trying to
I
lure
don't
you.
know why.
Yeah, that's odd.
Ooh,
I
that's
think-
creepy though.
It was a very feminine voice. It
Yeah.
was like, come back, right? I can't make it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot more terrifying in person to
Yeah,
hear it
yeah,
in your
yeah.
ear,
Of course.
right?
Of
Oh,
course. Yeah.
And I looked at it and I just shook my head.
Huh.
I don't know what it did, but I
You're
think
like,
I made it
"Oh."
mad there, and it shut the door. It slammed that door so hard, I thought
Jeez.
the hinges were going to break, right?
Wow.
It slammed it back open.
Yeah.
It actually put a hole in the wall. The doorknob put a hole in the wall. It slammed open so hard,
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
and it was still there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it said it again, come back, but in a deeper voice.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to lure you down
It's trying
there.
to lure you in. Yeah. Ooh.
Back into the
But
belly.
it wasn't that deep voice that it said in originally. It was a deeper, but still a feminine voice,
Playing with you.
right?
Totally playing with your
And
head.
it
Playing with you though.
said it more authoritative, right?
Yeah.
And I just shook my head and I kept on running the sink, right? I was like, okay, I just want this done.
Yeah,
No
Right? I have to
kidding.
get this job done,
That's right.
right? And when I was still new, I was always told I have to get it done no matter what, right?
Yeah.
That's our job,
Oh
right?
jeez.
Because someone else will take it, also fix it.
Right.
Now I would have noped
Yeah,
out of there,
screw it.
right?
Yeah.
Would have left my machine and come back
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Walk the machine,
But at the time, I
sorry.
didn't know I could leave, right? I was about a week into my job by myself.
Oh, wow. What an experience for like your first,
Newbie
a newbie experience.
First week,
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah, it kind of,
Brutal.
it kind of set me up for this job. I was like, hey, I can't top that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, it
And
can't
then
get
what it
worse.
did is so you can go.
No, it's like can't get worse than that, man. Like holy shit.
And I'm hoping this is going to give you a good juicy story, right? Because I've never told anyone this. I've never even told.
Yeah. Bless your heart for confiding in us because, you don't know us from a hole in the ground. And,
No, but that's
but, we just want to make people aware. Like, we just, this shit happens, right? Like,
The reason why I feel comfortable telling you is because it sounds too much to be true,
right.
right? And
Yeah.
for I heard a couple of your podcasts.
Oh,
Actually, if you could text me the podcast. I lost it, right?
sure.
I forgot
yeah.
what it was.
Sure.
But I realized you guys actually care about it. You actually believe the unbelievable,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No,
right?
no,
That's
for
why
sure.
I'm telling you this story, right? Because it's
Yeah.
not like you're not going to put it off. You're actually going to believe it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We don't do this to make fun of people or anything like that. Like, we
No.
get it. We just kind of want to spread the word and make other people understand, like,
Yeah.
this should happen. It's just
Mhm.
something people have to come to realize that, like, there's more to what we know, right?
People don't talk about
And
it.
people don't talk about
There
it.
is more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we know,
Yeah.
right? I've actually seen toilets flush by themselves.
Mm.
Joe.
More commonly, those automatic toilets that have the sensors on them that never work.
Oh, yeah.
You never seem to flush when you get near them.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had those ones flush by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
It's never when it's lively. It's always when it's dead. It's almost like you said, it's energy.
Yeah.
It grabs energy off that, and then it uses that energy to grab more energy. Is what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
With my head.
We'd like to thank Austin. This was incredible information.
Incredible, scary
That's
information.
Scary just before
Scary as shit,
bedtime.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this shit happens.
No, I
so
wouldn't have been in there. I'd
yeah,
be
no,
gone.
But sleeping.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
yeah.
no,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
Sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your candor and coming and discretion and all that good stuff.
No,
and
thanks for
like
sharing.
anytime you
Sure.
want to share with us again, or
Mhm.
even we're hoping to do maybe cemetery tours if you're ever interested in coming with us on that, just to check things out. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
like
if you're doing cemetery tours, I will come. I love that ghost stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I love it. It's weird now that I've kind of become numb to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I almost want to seek more.
sure.
Weird.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we want to leave this open for you. Anytime you want to come back and talk to us, maybe we'll have you actually in the pod lounge. Like
Yeah.
like that's cool too.
Yeah.
Like we can do that. It's my own private
Yep.
home, so I'm just kind of like whatever. But
Yeah.
no, thank you for sharing your time with us. So-
And I'll
Sure.
send you that video of actually after that that one house. It was
Yeah.
about a while ago. I'll try to find it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
I do remember it's right after I said, "Can you hear me?" And
Oh,
you'll
God.
hear, yeah,
Oh yeah.
right after.
Please do.
Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
creepy. Yeah.
All right. Well,
And it's in that same feminine voice.
it
You'll,
is
Really?
you'll hear it.
weird.
Ooh,
That's weird.
that is creepy.
Yeah.
Wonder what the hell they did in that house.
So yeah, I'll send you a link via the text. I guess we'll see if that works, and I can send you to some more of our episodes if you want to check those out. I'll see if I can pick the better ones. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, actually, it's like a podcast. When I'm driving around, it's nice to hear.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, thank
excellent.
you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Austin. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on.
And like we're doing this for free. We're not trying to make money. We get criticized a lot by people who don't really get us, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not for them. So here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Take
You're
it or
for
leave
the
it.
people, not for the money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
right.
Yeah.
For the good times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just a really weird, demented hobby.
It's not innocent, I'll tell you that much. It's
Yeah.
not, it's the hobby, yes. The thing isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, precisely. So, okay. Well,
Alrighty.
we'll say goodnight, and I'll be in touch via text, and I'll send you those links, and yeah, it's all good. So,
Thank you.
thank
Alrighty,
you so
thank
much,
you so much.
Austin. Have a great
All right,
night.
have yourself a great night.
Yeah,
You
you take
too.
care. Okay,
All
bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that was
Why would someone be talking back and telling him to come back?
and reading his mind.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
You know what? I got a picture of in my head when he was talking about
I
that.
do.
I have a picture in my head of a
Yeah.
woman, like a school marm.
Do you?
Yes, that's what I have in my head, like an
Oh.
old. It's Wolseley, right? I
Yeah.
don't know why I have this like
That'd
bitchy
be-
old woman in my head.
That'd be interesting if we could.
Come.
I mean, he doesn't remember the
Come
address.
back.
Yeah,
That's what I have in my head. I don't know
yeah.
why.
Like, is it a lonely spirit or somebody trying to lure?
Exactly.
You know,
that's
like,
what I mean.
yeah.
Like someone that maybe she was like an old bitch and used to beat children, or
Yeah,
you know
just
what I
a
mean?
very
Not
bad
that
person.
I don't think he's very old. So
No, but see,
I was
because he's
thinking,
yeah.
when he first started, how old would he have been?
Well, yeah, he didn't quite say his age, and that's cool.
No, I know,
like,
but
you know,
like he probably was like in his 20s ish, right?
right?
Yeah.
Probably, you know, out of school, like his
Mhm.
first job,
Exactly.
first. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
brutal, eh?
I
And he
know.
stuck with it. What a brave guy.
Shit,
Like,
I would've
honestly,
I would have been out of there like dirt
I'm
right
like,
away.
I'm gonna go back to school and take accounting.
Yeah.
Let's crunch
Yeah,
some numbers.
Screw this. I am not doing this. Not
You
going
know,
underground anywhere again.
no kidding.
Oh,
That's so messed
I
up.
wouldn't like that at
Poor
all.
guy.
No.
Well, yeah, we're gonna break that up into 2 episodes because there's like a lot to take in there. You
Yeah.
know. So
Holy shit.
I
yeah.
know your pumpkin's going to expire. We must get you home. Yeah. On that note, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, you know, again, that's what we're about.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to tell us stories, we're here for the stories. We're here for a good time. You know.
Not a long time.
Well, let's hope a little long, eh?
Yeah.
We don't want to give up the ghost yet.
No.
On saying that, email us at
Keeping Up the Ghost Podcast at gmail.com.
excellent. We're back in black and no co-vacation. We're trying to ride this out as best we can.
Yeah.
And
Shit.
got things in the works, but you know, plans go
We got other things in the works.
plan-
No, we got
yeah.
just regular life in the works.
life.
I
So
know.
anyway, stay safe.
Have fun.
Have fun. Don't touch people or however it is.
Don't lick people.
Don't lick people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
we
lick
like that
people.
one. So, and as always, remember to
Live every day like it is your last.
but never give up the ghosts. See how we reverse that, hey?
I know.
Oh, you're
Freak me
smooth.
out.